Is, or should I just say?
Yeah, my name is, yeah.
Okay. Ask me again.
Who are you and what's your goal with Graphit?
My name's Callum Edwards. I'm the founder of Graphit.
Let's take you back a second now to the 19th of February 2019. That date ring a bell?
Yes.
Do you know why?
I don't actually know why, no. It does ring a bell.
That's the first Instagram post that Graphit done.
Done your research now, haven't you?
So since that date, obviously a lot has happened.
Yes.
When thinking back to then and doing that first post, do you think you could have predicted how quick the brand has grown?
No, it's, to be honest, I don't think about it that often. And then when I do think about it, I'm like, I struggle to get my mind around it, really. We're still so small, but it's the opportunity that's there that kind of makes you lost for words, really. And everything's just happened so quick. But I think if I was to take myself back to that time and put myself in those shoes again, it was just a bit of fun. Like I was helping my mates out at the time who was running the gym and personal trainers, even Liam and Jay who work for Graphit now. I was helping them out in the start of their businesses, and never imagined anything that we've got now. And sometimes even the past couple of days or the past couple of weeks, we've kind of stood in the gym downstairs and I've just gone, oh, when did this happen? So it's Thursday, the 25th of February, it's 10 AM, we've just got the keys to our new office / garage / studio. It's a little bit different, just like the first little office we've had. We're really excited to get in. So we've just got the keys. Downstairs is going to be a bit of a project, so we're having some bit of gym, podcast, that type of stuff, content creation. Upstairs is ready to move in, just furniture, put our own stamp on it. So obviously we're doing this video up front. We want to be able to share the story as we're kind of growing into it, and hopefully we can show you around.
My name is Liam and my role at Graphit is Head of Content. I've been with Graphit for about 2 years now. The old office was quite a small space. It was initially, I think we always saw it as a bit of a stepping stone to a bigger premises. At the time it was available and we needed somewhere that we could get in and get a bit of a structure together in terms of, rather than working remotely and dealing with that sort of obstacle where we're all working remotely and it slows things down a little bit. We just wanted somewhere where we had a bit of a HQ where we could all get in, get some ideas on the table and work in an environment that promoted a bit of efficiency.
I knew it was going to be too small to start with, which sounds weird, but at the time, like I'm always thinking probably like 2 years ahead. It's Wednesday the 24th of March. We just want to give a little update on where we're up to with the office. We've still got a long way to go, but it feels like we've done quite a lot in a short period of time. So we're finding that the office is starting to look a little bit more like what we want it to look like. The rooms have got colour in them, starting to look a bit more like Graphit. So we're really excited and we can't wait to show you the finished product.
Okay, so I'm Jay, I'm Graphit Studio Manager. Been with Graphit now coming up to 2 years. We wanted it to be perfect and everything had its place and everything that we wanted to do like had to be done, but we ran at it quite quick. Like as soon as we wanted something, there was no deliberation. It was like, right, we want this, it's going there, get it ordered, get it done, get contractors on site to come and do this, get the gym kit ordered, get laptop, whatever it was. So everything was done with a purpose and everything is exactly how we want it, but like I say, we didn't really deliberate over it.
As soon as I walked in, I knew exactly what we were going to do. I guess the biggest variable that wasn't set in stone from the start was the content area in the garage below. Like it was an area that I knew was going to be like insane for us, and that was the biggest benefit probably on top of the space and on top of like compared to the last office. But we didn't know how it was going to look. We didn't know how it was going to, the look and feel of it. I knew it was going to be black. It was all going to be black. And that's kind of just, we've let that unfold with the demand that we need, and I guess like I said, I'm always kind of thinking ahead. So I said yes straight away to this building because I knew exactly how it would work, and instantly I knew what was going on, where we were going to have people, where we were going to have branding, where we were going to have, you know, all these other little bits. So yeah, I kind of knew what we wanted straight away.
The environment we were trying to promote initially upstairs was just getting somewhere where you walked in and it was just a nice place to work. We wanted it to be a place that people wanted to come into. We didn't want it a case of let's get as many desks in this room as we can and get as many people behind sitting on chairs. It was a case of we wanted an environment where people felt like they were in their own space and they could work in an environment that encouraged a bit of like productivity and sort of team morale. The downstairs, we always sort of had in mind that we wanted somewhere down here where we could use the space. It's a pretty decent space just to be used as a walk through to go to the toilet or to have a fridge in for drinks or a little bit of a quiet area. So with working, obviously, with having graph and fit and merging those two things together, it seemed like a bit of a no-brainer to have the graph upstairs and a bit of a fitness base downstairs. So it's Thursday the 29th of April, it's 11:30. We've got the guys here from Primal, just installing our gym gear and our flooring.
I would have to give quite a lot of credit to people I've worked with in the past before Graphit. So a company I worked for before I started Graphit, it was a similar focus there, and it's something I kind of took on board, you know, along with everybody else that worked there really. And it was that same kind of philosophy of creating an environment that people enjoy and not creating an environment that's like a machine and just creates money, because money is great at the end of the day, but if I wanted to make more money for me personally, and this is being completely honest, I would sit at home in a home office. I would probably be able to produce the same amount of work by outsourcing it to various other freelancers and make a hell of a lot more money. That I would have done that from the start if it was about making money. It's not about making money. It's about creating a company and an environment that I want to come to, that my family wants a job here, family and friends, everybody wants to work here. You know, family and friends of people that work here want to work here, everybody wants to work here, because it just creates such a good kind of return on investment for the time and the effort. And don't get me wrong, I expect a hell of a lot more than average from everybody that works here. Sam's probably a perfect product of that right now, because he's come fresh out of school, he's just started college, and started Graphit at the same time. Graphit isn't a normal office. You come in and it's very, very different to everything you would have ever experienced before.
My name's Sam and I'm the junior digital designer at Graphit. I've been working at Graphit now for about 2 months. It weren't what I expected. It's such a different experience to what you'd expect in your usual job. It's a job that obviously, even now with all the media and stuff we've got going on, it's honestly something I didn't expect, but something I'm really proud to be a part of.
Next we've got Tom, who was third to join the team.
Yeah, so Tom, he's probably going to love this, me blowing smoke up his ass on camera. He's years ahead of where he is. He's not a 19-20-year-old kid. And it's quite funny to see when like you get some calls with clients and customers and stuff like that, they expect a 45-year-old, 50-year-old seasoned graphic designer, and then you've got Tom in front here and he'll just take anything, any job, and he'll just get it done. He's a good lad. He's dependable, and it's good to see like he's grown with the business.
Obviously, coming into a workplace as a young man, it's hard because you've got a lot of people around you who are a lot more experienced, obviously a lot more mature, and it's good to have someone around my age that like I can relate to, and he's a good role model.
I'm Tom and I'm the digital design manager at Graphit. This was always the plan for me to kind of take the step up. For ages I was like the younger one, and like I was always getting praise, experiencing that. It's nice to now kind of take a bit of a higher role and watch someone else do it, and like he's always buzzing, and it's nice because I know how he's feeling, I know how exciting it is, and it's nice the fact that I kind of know that I've kind of created the space a little bit for him to do that.
I think if I look at kind of the part that each team member's played now, it wouldn't have been possible without each person kind of just, you know, giving up a few hours on a Sunday or getting kind of family and friends to help and stuff. And I think that's played a huge part in the environment we have day to day in the office now. kind of that just going through that, what would be deemed as, you know, quite a straightforward experience, you know, when we were going through it, when people were coming in on weekends and we were painting walls together and stuff like that. What seemed like at the time didn't feel like much. You look back at it now, and I think them little experiences are what kind of brings together a team. But I mean, like, there's been some good things that's happened. Like, Liam's painted a wall for the first time. Well, he tried to paint the wall for the first time, paint most of the floor, and then I had to redo it. So that was a good experience, bit of bonding for me and Liam. I think Sam has used an Allen key for the first time, but he still can't use washers, so some of these chairs may fall apart at some point. But yeah, I mean, it's just little things. Like, you look back and smile now, but like you said, like, everything's been 100 miles an hour because we've never stopped operating. We had to kind of slow down the demand on bringing work in because we really do put a lot of time into the projects that we work on, and no matter what was going on aside from day-to-day projects, nothing would ever make us speed a project up or rush it out the door. So it was just about managing it, and it's just part of business, isn't it? You're spinning many plates and you've got to do the best job you can. So today is the 18th of June. We're about as close as we're going to get to the finished product of the new office, Creative Space. So we may be making changes in the future, but we want to get it time stamped in now, and let's go take a look.
Callum's always been on his toes in terms of looking to progress. Where he might get in somewhere and settle, he's always sort of 2 or 3 steps ahead.
I do sort of look up to him as well, and like he's years younger than me, but I do look up to him, and I admire how passionate he is about things.
He has a love for the company, and he makes sure that passion goes through to every single person in the office.
He's not your typical type of boss, and he has his ideas and he has his plans, but he lets you have yours in the business, and it just makes the whole experience working here so much nicer. And I think no one's ever going to be a number with Carl.
Probably the most rewarding thing out of anything. So again, Tom in particular, like, straight from school into an apprenticeship, kind of been with him, we've travelled, we've been to events, he's had his underage pints with me, like, at events that we've kind of stuck him into a corner and give him a pint of Stella, hoping for the best. I was there when he passed his test. He's just recently moved into his first apartment. Like, can't get any better than that.
That's a big answer. That.
Yeah?
Stop that there. Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It's not this bad.